Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I love watching the attendee number is just shooting up. I love it. Everyone, tell us who you are and where you're from and when you're getting married so we know who's hanging with us.
Yeah, give us your wedding date and your wedding location if you have it, postponed or otherwise.
Yeah, let us know the backstory on your wedding. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Loretta.
Loretta from Philly. Yay.
Hi.
Lauren, Toronto. Yay. New York, Philadelphia, Chicago. Austin, nice.
A lot of fall 2021 weddings.
Yeah.
Yes, I see
the
that.
weddings I was supposed to go to this year were postponed too. So
Oh,
next
no.
year's going to be very busy.
Hi, Trista. How's it going? Puerto Rico, San Diego. I feel like sometimes when I just name all the locations, I'm like on Carmen San Diego. I'm like singing like one of my son's like tapes. Hudson Valley. Hi, everyone. So while you're telling us who you are and where you're from, you are actually already entering into the giveaway we're going to tell you a little bit more about. That's how you're going to enter. So if you're just joining, welcome and tell us who you are and where you're from. Someone's getting married in England. This is so fun to see.
This is exciting for me. I've never done anything like this, so I'm very excited to be a part of this. So.
We're excited to have you, Jenny, and I know everyone else here is too.
Everyone, just before you all joined, we were just talking with Jenny about how cool it is that, you know, all of you get to talk directly to her about her collection. You know, we get to do it in New York every year at Bridal Fashion Week, but we're so excited to be bringing it to all of you. Banff, I want to go to Banff so badly. That's somewhere I really want to go. Okay, should we dive in? If you're just joining, continue telling us who you are and where you're from, but we're gonna get started just with a little housekeeping stuff. So welcome again to everyone. Hi, I'm Rachel, and thank you for joining us for our fashion soiree with Jenny Yu. We're so excited to have all of you here. We have such a fun giveaway today. Like I mentioned, a $500 credit to Jenny Yu. You can enter by posting your name and wedding date like you're already doing in chat throughout the event, and we'll announce the winner at the end. So keep on entering. You are going to love the designs and the dresses you see today, so you're going to want to win that prize. Also, we're going to be doing a poll after we reveal each collection during this event. And so we'd love for you to tell us which style is your favorite. So make sure you're taking notes on your phone or grab your wedding planning notebook so you can jot down your favorites and tell us in the poll. A teeny bit of housekeeping before we get started. We're doing this event today in big marker. It has a teeny tiny delay, so don't be confused by that. We can't hear you or see you, but we can see your chat, so that's how you can talk to us. In addition to the chat, there's a Q&A section. So you can totally ask us your quick questions in chat, but if you have a longer question, put it in the Q&A, and at the end, we will answer the questions that got the most votes. So you can upvote other people's questions, so we can talk about the stuff we know you're the most interested in. And again, I'd just like to say, have a little mercy. We are still working from home, just like most of you. So just know that we're at our homes too. All right, enough of all of that housekeeping. Let's get started. So first of all, cheers to everybody. I have my Jenny Yu cocktail here. My fancy fizz. It is busy mine.
I have a LaCroix.
I have a Starbucks.
I love that, Jenny.
Mine's a real cocktail today. Sometimes I do fake cocktails during stuff like this. There's some rosé and some LaCroix in here.
That
Good
looks
for you,
so
Rachel.
refreshing. I wish I had some.
It's after 4 o'clock. I feel that that's happy hour time. No?
Yes, agree.
Okay, so cheers to Jenny. Let's Let's see. For those of you who don't know, Jenny is an innovator in the bridal industry, specializing in both bridesmaids and bridal dresses. And we're going to get more into formal introductions in just a moment. But before we do that, I want to quickly tell you a little bit more about Bridal Fashion Month and Love Stories TV for those of you who might not be familiar. So I'm Rachel. I'm the founder and CEO of Love Stories TV, and we're a video platform for wedding planning and inspiration. On lovestoriestv.com, you can watch real wedding videos from all over the world that are tagged with all of the pros who made the wedding happen, like the venue, the videographer, the dress designer, the bridesmaid's dress designer, the bridal salon. So if you are planning a wedding, you can get ideas for all the products and services you need for your wedding on lovestoriestv.com. And this year, because the health crisis has caused Bridal Fashion Week to not be happening in person, we thought we would bring it to all of you, and we're hosting our inaugural Bridal Fashion Month. So we've teamed up with amazing designers, the top names in the industry like Jenny, to bring their collections directly to you. So you can ask questions directly to Jenny, learn where to buy all of these gorgeous gowns, and get her advice on your wedding. So we're so glad to have you here. And now I will kick things over to Juliet to introduce Jenny further.
Thanks, Rach. Hi, everyone. I'm Juliet. I'm the head of marketing at Love Stories TV. I work alongside Rachel, and we are so excited to have you all here today. This is such a fun part of my job. And a little backstory before I introduce you to Jenny. Jenny, you were one of the first bridesmaids dresses that I saw, and I was like, this is actually a cool girl bridesmaid dress. So I just want you to know that little backstory.
Thank you.
And then when I started working at Love Stories TV with Rachel, we've been going to Bridal Fashion Week and we're doing all the backstage behind the scenes content. And I got to interview you, I think it was last year or maybe 2 years ago. And I was like, this is so cool. Like, I'm getting to meet the designer. And now all of you and the audience here basically get that access to, which is pretty cool. So Jenny, thanks again for being here.
Oh,
I'd love the audience to get to know a little bit more about you. So can you tell us about the Jenny You brand, how you started it, and kind of what sets you apart from other bridal designers?
Yeah. Well, first, I just want to say hello, everyone. This is really exciting, and I am just incredibly excited to be here. And thank you so much for having me here and allowing this incredible opportunity to share our collection with everyone. Yeah, the Jenny You brand. I guess, what is Jenny You collection? I think that the best way to start off is, I think it's really, what is my style? And my style is really timeless. It's refined and modern. And I tend to like things that are clean, simple lines, that is feminine, yet it creates like a very bold and striking statement. So for me, I think my philosophy and my brand is, and it translates through all the different collections that we design, for me, is less is more. So, and so that's what you're going to see about the Jenny You brand. And as we kind of look at all our collections, you'll see that kind of theme throughout all our collections.
Well, that's a great segue into my next question, which is, obviously, weddings have changed so much in just the last several months, and they probably are going to be like that. The way that we kind of go to weddings, the way we celebrate weddings is going to be a little bit different for a while. So can you share a little more information on how you've pivoted during this time as a brand?
Yeah. So this year has been unlike any other year. It's been interesting. So, but with that said, I think we've also kind of had these amazing opportunities that allowed my team to be creative, to problem solve this COVID-19 era that we're living in. And so I think for me and the company, I think it was really strong that important to have a very strong online shopping experience for our consumers, and for not only for inspiration, but to having access to our styles. So we worked really hard behind the scenes to kind of create different avenues of shopping for Jenny You dresses, whether you're a bride or a bridesmaid. And I'll be sharing a kind of just a different ways of shopping. And so one of them is virtual appointments. We've pivoted a lot into kind of creating a virtual appointment experience for our consumer. Whether you're a bride or a bridesmaids, we were locked down in New York for about 12 weeks, so our showroom was closed. It was incredibly difficult, not only for us as a business, but for brides and all around the world and around the country to kind of plan for their wedding. So this was a great solution for us to be able to connect with brides and have a very typical experience as if you're coming into the showroom. You're kind of working with a bridal stylist. You're sharing your theme, your vision, and we really go through each style and find the right dresses that is speaking to you, that you're looking for. And from there we go through the whole experience of narrowing down your favorites, looking at the cuts and the fit, talking about what kind of fit, kind of cuts and styles that would fit your particular body type. And so that's been incredibly, really just strong for us. And then with that we took it even further by introducing Jenny U Comes to You. So it's really, we come to your home, and once you've narrowed down your favorite one or two dresses, we will ship these bridal gowns to your home, and you can try these on in the comfort and safety of your own home, to view and try on, and with your mom or your friend. And especially if you don't have any access to our store locations, this is also another way. It's not just for the COVID era, but it's just a new way of shopping. So we're really excited about that.
Amazing. Well, we've had a sneak preview of what we're going to see today, but before we show it, Rachel, I'm going to turn it over to you. And before we show the video, maybe we can ask more questions to Jenny about what we're going to see.
Absolutely. And yeah, I just want to say, Jenny, I think it's so smart and innovative of your team to do exactly what you said, which is the health crisis has sort of forced the industry to bring things online. But there's all kinds of people who really needed and wanted these services anyway. So I love it. And it is really fun, guys. Everything you're going to see today, you can buy online. So of course you can buy at Jenny U flagships and bridal salons all over the country, but you can also buy on jennyu.com. So I think that's really fun that you can actually buy in real time everything you see today. So Jenny, we can't wait to see all three of the collections that we're going to preview today. And I know everyone's anxiously waiting. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to see today in our event, all three different collections?
Yeah. So I have three collections that I'm going to be sharing with you online that you'll be putting up. And I think the first one will be Jenny by Jenny U Bridal. And there you'll see kind of a collection of minimal yet effortless styling that feels really modern, but it has a very understated glam tone. And in these very silky, slinky silhouettes, fit and flare, some plunging necklines, flutter sleeves, but we've also mixed it up and paired it with some beautiful accents of laces and floral embroidery. So she's really, really sleek, and I'm really excited to share that with everyone. And then with Bridesmaids, it's all about you touched on it earlier. We just wanted again, it's understated glam, but with a cool girl vibe. It was kind of our intent here with this collection. So you'll see a little bit of sultry styling, the music kind of to exude that vision that we had for this collection. And there's just some really rich and yummy colors like marigold and emerald. So I'm really excited that color has become kind of important. And there's a shift from pastels and neutrals to this bold color, rich palette. So, and then just some amazing fabrications, which I'll walk you through when the video starts. But velvet's been a big hot item for us.
Amazing.
And I forgot. And lastly, our Jenny U collection, bridal collection. So
sorry, I got so excited about the video that I didn't even correct you that we have one more to preview. Continue.
Yeah, sorry, I got really excited about the video too. So,
Me too.
but our Jenny U collection bridal, again, it's just She's a lot more elevated. It just has the same similar, clean, modern aesthetic that I'm all about, and has beautiful architectural lines, but in just beautiful, rich fabrications. So you'll see some exposed boning details. Again, lots of like sleek silhouettes and some airy ball gowns. So really excited to share those as well.
Amazing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll the Jenny by Jenny You collection video. The three of us are going to provide some commentary while we're watching it. Don't forget that after it's over, we're going to have a poll. We want to know what everyone's favorite designs were, so make sure you take those notes, and you can comment while we're watching. And if you have longer questions, go ahead and put them in the Q&A. I already see a ton in there. So let's get started.
Yay, can't wait.
Where did you shoot this video, Jenny?
This was actually, so in our New York City building, we have unfortunately, some empty spaces in our building, and our landlord was so nice enough to kind of let us shoot in this beautiful loft space. So yeah, really, the intention was to kind of keep it raw, and like we wanted to feel very natural. So you get to see all the backdrop behind you.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're all these gowns are so beautiful. I love it. It's exactly what you said. It's like simple but makes a statement.
Yeah, I love the Beal here. She's got this great flutter sleeve neckline detail, and it's super sleek. This one is Bryn.
I love it.
Yeah, and Bryn is in our. She's a beautiful modern strapless straight shirt across neckline. Ooh, we just went really quickly, but yeah, you'll just see how the collection is just very clean, sleek, very minimal, but you can dress it up with like a bold jewelry earring statement, and with hair accessories, wedding, like bridal veils, but you'll see plunging neckline details and sheer illusion bodices, such as the one that we're seeing here. This is the Harlow. And
all of these dresses, Jenny, are so perfect now for the time too, right? You could see these indoors in a ballroom. You could see them in a backyard. Like they're so truly versatile.
That's something that I really focus on when we're designing. I think we're all about versatility, and being able to kind of take this gown to look a certain way in one setting, and then it can evolve into a different look in another setting. So, and this is a great little shrug that is coordinating back to the Jesslyn gown. So you can pop it off, great for the ceremony, and then for the reception, you can, lift your hands up and raise the roof, I guess. Is that what they call it when you're dancing? But yeah, and the Marnie here that we're looking, this is my personal favorite dress. She's in our luxe satin, but she's a beauty for me. So, and this is Portia. Square neckline.
It's so original on Portia. I love that neckline.
Thank you. Yeah, square necklines are a big trend right now. You'll be seeing a lot of this throughout the various collections that I'm showing today. And then Shiloh this is in tulle. It has a hint of a champagne layer of tulle underneath it, just to give it a little bit more dimension. And although you can't quite see it here in the video, in person, you really see that kind of subtle tone coming through. And this is without the applique. But yeah, it's a clean backdrop, but yet it's these styles are very clean, yet it is really impactful. You can make a bold statement, and and how you carry yourself. But I'm really excited to share these styles with us, and it's very versatile from one location, even great for for a courthouse wedding, if you're eloping, so.
Totally. And I think that they're very bridal, right? Like it's really amazing how you made them versatile for different settings, but they still feel very much like a wedding gown, not just a white gown. I think they're beautiful.
And the best part, I have to say, Jenny by Jenny, our price points are very affordable. You get a lot of dress for an affordable price point. So they range anywhere between $800 to $1,800, but the average price point is between $1,000 to $1,500. So you can't.
I love that.
Amazing. I see someone. Beal is calling to me. I love it. The comments are so fun.
Beal, yeah.
I mean, it's really hard to pick a favorite from those.
Yeah.
It is really hard.
They're beautiful.
I know the poll is going to pop up. So when you see the poll, everyone go ahead and answer that. Okay, so Jenny, I'm going to ask a couple questions about this collection, Juliet, and I will ask a few. So let's start with veils. You know, what do you envision with veils being paired with these dresses, and you know, what's sort of your veil perspective?
Yeah, I mean, veils, the trend comes and goes. And I think I personally love veils, and I just, you know, as soon as you put on that veil, even when I was planning for my wedding, it just sends shivers down your spine, because it's like it becomes real. So, but
Yeah.
in terms of styling, I mean, brides love coordinated bridal veils with their gowns. So this in the upcoming seasons we'll be designing, and I think last season we had bridal veils that coordinated to the gown. It would use the same floral embroidery, so we really tied it together. But if you're going to have a veil, I think it should be dramatic and make a statement. But we've also, in some of our collections, have now created veils that are in lieu of a traditional veil. Capes have been really popular,
Yeah.
whether it's coming off of your shoulder or it's coming off of the back. But that's kind of become the more modern way of wearing a veil. And but we're seeing like both kind of the traditional veil as well as a new modern take on a veil with capes.
And those veils are on jennyu.com.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Someone was asking about, let me see if I can find this question. They were asking about the pricing with the appliques. Is there much of a difference between the dresses with or without the appliques?
I don't have the exact pricing on me, but I think there is a pricing difference. But I don't think there is a pricing difference. I'm so sorry, but I don't have that price, but I can look it up for you.
We're going to email everyone who attended. We're going to send you this video and a link to the landing page and all the dresses. So anything that we don't get to today, don't panic, because we have all of your questions in a transcript, and we're going to make sure we get y'all all the information. And I see Dina is in the comments. Also, Dina from Jenny U is doing an amazing job giving real-time feedback to everyone.
Yeah.
So we're just decoration for the Q&A. Dina's really doing the work right now.
Well, just to answer that question, I do have pricing. So for that person who did ask, our without the applique is $1,150, and with the applique is $1,450. So it's a small increase.
Yeah. Still a really great price point, so you can have that flare or not.
Yeah. Amazing.
And then definitely get the Jocelyn shrug. It just like really completes the look.
I love that. And then, okay, 2 questions about where to get these dresses besides jennyu.com. So we had a question, will they be at the NYC flagship, and Jenny U comes to you? Is that available for this collection?
Yeah, so this is our spring summer 2021 collection. So they will be in stores officially sometime in early January. So, but we are running trunk shows this year. So I would suggest looking on our website for the latest calendar of trunk show dates. We have traveling trunk shows where these gowns will travel from one store to another. And then we have not decided whether we're going to be doing Jenny U Comes to You for these new collections. That is date for the spring summer 2021 collection. But do look on our website for the latest trunk show dates.
Perfect.
Jenny, can you talk a little bit about the size range of the dresses?
Yeah. So we're really excited. Like it's been a big initiative for the past year and a half now, maybe almost 2 years. We have been focusing and making sure that we offer 0 to size 00 to 32. And we've been revisiting our extended sizing kind of fit as well. So we wanted to really just perfect our extended sizing fit. And we've now fine-tuned it. And now we are offering pretty much across the board for the most part, maybe with the exception of a few styles, but we wanted to have all styles available to everyone. And so we're really excited to do that. And then on top of that, we're also We also worked hard to offer different nude shades. So illusion tool is sheer illusion bodices. I'm sure you guys are seeing a lot of that with in bridal fashion. And we wanted, like, everybody has a different shade skin tone. So we wanted to make sure that we are addressing that. And we have now 3 nude shades as well as an ivory shade. So those are the 4 different illusion tool offerings that we're now offering.
Hey, Jewel, do you want to reveal the poll winner?
Yes. Shall we reveal the poll winner? Okay.
Ooh,
Jenny, what do you think it's going to be? Wait, I want to know. You told us
Or-
what your favorite dress was, but who do you think is going to be the most popular?
Okay, so out of all 3 collection or out of each individual collection?
Of just the one we showed so far.
Yeah.
Well, I heard my favorite was, what did I say my favorite was? It was the Beal. I think it was the Beal.
So the winner was, drum roll please, Marnie.
Marnie. Wow, I love Marnie too. We don't have a picture of Marnie. I just want to see if everybody was able to see what that looks like, but that's okay.
You can look at it on jennyu.com.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe Dina can link to it for us, because I know Dina's out there being like a little fairy. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Juliet already mentioned that, you know, Jenny was her first Bridesmaids. And someone else on our team this morning in our team call, when we were talking about the event today, someone else was mentioning how this is really funny, Jenny. You know, time hop on your
like
on your Facebook, that like 4 years ago she was like very pregnant in a very beautiful Jenny U bridesmaid gown that she was so excited to wear. She felt so beautiful in it. She was like, I'm going to make it to this wedding. She had it on at her house, took a picture, and her doctor was like, you can't go. You're way too pregnant. You're not going. And so she like got all dressed up and posted a picture, and she said her time hop today was her very pregnant in a beautiful Jenny U gown. So
oh, wow.
Our whole team was gushing about you this morning. It was very cute.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you for
so-
sharing that.
Okay, so now we are going to roll the Bridesmaids video, and same story. We're going to get some commentary from Jenny, and you guys should take notes on your favorites because we're going to pull you again.
Yay.
So yeah, this collection is very sultry. You'll see a lot of kind of like very glam styles. They're kind of a little bit more form-fitting, but just off the shoulder details, square necklines. Here's one that has the square neckline and the 1 shoulders. So, and satin has been really popular as well. Girls are right now are mixing and matching all fabrications, the rich kind of media of shine mixed with dark, rich velvet, and it's been very popular. And this is a great color here, marigold. Middies are back. We're making a big push for middies, and the reason why is it's so versatile. And you know, you can wear it for the wedding, you can wear it for a social event, but middies are really hot for us right now, and we're really excited to be pushing for that.
That Adele is such a cool girl dress, and I could totally see someone like in that dress and then like putting a sweater over it and like boots and like wearing it. Like these are like, that's what like the cool New York girls are wearing, even when they're not bridesmaids. Like you totally hit it on the head.
Yeah, we want our bridesmaids to not feel like bridesmaids. So that's the ultimate goal here. You want to be able to be proudly wearing a gown and your bridesmaid's dress. And I think we've done a really great job achieving that.
Ooh,
this is my favorite.
Love.
Isa, she's hot. She's got this great draped off the shoulder detail with the slit. Slits are like really hot right now too. We're really excited about girls are just asking more slits, please. So
especially the bridesmaids who are like starting the party on the dance floor, they gotta like lean into that, you know?
Yeah. And this square neckline is so flattering. It really just, you know, it just frames your shoulders really well. And the fabric, this is knit crepe, so comfortable. It has great stretch and very forgiving. Yeah.
And Jenny, I know everyone's going to ask this, but tell us a little bit about how the colors and the styles work together.
So, every season we're coming up with new colorways, and these are new colors that, well, some of these are carryover colors, but some these are new colors. But, I think in the past couple seasons, we have been mixing and matching colors that you wouldn't normally mix and match, and they're now feeling so fresh and so modern, and and especially in today's like modern bridal party, it's a great way to kind of bring infused color without making it too conformed with each other. So,
and does every style come in every color, or are there certain styles that go with certain colors?
For the most part, all our colors has a little bit of desaturation, so it makes it easy to mix and match colors. But with the different like greens, we have different levels of greens, and as long as you try to keep the hues of the greens together. But we've been mixing like this color here. I think it's English rose, and we'll mix it with our green sages, and it's really, really pretty. And then you get your bouquet, and you have you pick colors that pick up those different variation. It really ties everything
in. I love marigolds because my brother, his wedding is postponed in Guatemala. It was supposed to be this March. And Guatemala, the terrain there is so earthy, and his fiance is Guatemalan, and she really wanted marigolds for her bridesmaids dresses. So that color is very unique, and I love that you have it in this collection.
Thank you. That's amazing. Yeah, it's an incredible color. Looks like our poll is closed here. Is that what I saw?
I was just voting in the poll. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, but I did.
I saw that too, and I didn't vote. I thought my vote didn't count. So.
Everybody's vote counts. Vote. Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like looking at the questions. I'm like getting ahead of myself. Okay, so everyone, I hope you're putting your questions in the Q&A and the chat. I'm looking at both.
This is also answering. So on our end, Rach, if we look at the answered tab, we can see the ones that Dina has already answered.
I see. Amazing. Okay.
And answering all these questions. So.
No, it's amazing. Okay, so somebody's asking. Oh, okay. So I see a couple questions about lengths. So there's some that are midi and some that are full length. And are there any styles that are similar? Like if you wanted a similar neckline, but some midi, some full length is sort of the question people are asking.
Yeah. So our two very most popular fabrications right now is velvet and satin. And for the longest time, for the past like 5 to 8 years, chiffon has been like the fabrication, and now we're seeing the shift to velvet and satin. So with these new collections, you'll see similar styles in velvet that's available short and styles in velvet and satin where we offer it both midi and long. So for the most part, that's where you'll see the two offering up lengths.
We're gonna
Did I answer your question? Did I answer that question correctly? I'm not sure.
No, that was great. And I was going to say, we're going to play the video again while we're talking.
Just to jog memories.
They're beautiful, and why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Jewel, you grab a question.
This was actually my question, too, that I was going to ask after we got to everyone else's. So I'm glad this person asked it. Thanks, Mabel. Mabel's asking, is there ever a clash of materials with bridal gowns and bridesmaids dresses, as in too much tulle or mixing velvet? And I guess my follow-up question is making sure that the fabrics of the bridesmaids dresses plus the gown itself, the wedding gown itself, how does that all work together? How do you think about that? Because I think we understand more of the color story, but fabric is something that there's confusion about.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's any rules. But if I had to give my personal take on something on this question, I think it's if you have like tool, and tool can be very like full too, and it can be like very ball gowny, or it could be very sleek. So I tend to keep, like, if you're going to have a sleek style, keep a sleek, mix and match between like sleek styles. Some sleek styles could be more forgiving than others. It might have more flowiness, and it'll be more forgiving for someone maybe if you have your hippier. And so I would pick a more fuller skirt, but you can have a very sleek top. So that's kind of my rule of thumb, is like just try to keep the sensibility of the styles similar, but I think the fabrications doesn't quite matter as much as it does with keeping, kind of the similar styling, if that makes any sense. But we offer so many great, we have so many different styles that we offer. So there is something for everybody, for every body type. And so you will feel like you're part of the bridal group if you're picking something a little bit different. But honestly, there are no rules, and fashion rules are meant to be broken, so otherwise it's not interesting. But I'm really excited to see that brides and bridesmaids are like open to like mixing unusual colors together, and you wouldn't have thought that it would work. And even sometimes when I'm working with my team on color, I wouldn't have put those colors together, and then when you put it all together, I'm like, oh, that's actually really, really fresh. And so but yeah. And then with color, with your question about bridal gowns kind of matching with bridesmaids, or again, I think I would, if I was a bride, that's something that I would probably focus on, like making sure that if you have a very, I don't know, if you have a very modern bridal gown that you're wearing, I would want my bridesmaids to still have a very modern kind of feel to tie in the story, as opposed to a very bohemian styling with a modern gown. So I think, again, keeping the sensibility and the style aesthetic similar, I think, is important. But there are ways you can kind of cheat and make it work through accessories and styling, the whole head to toe look. So
there's just a follow-up question that I think works well here. Someone is asking about, can you wear velvet bridesmaids dresses in the spring? And I feel like you're the first designer who really made that reality, because when people think of velvet, they automatically think of like winter, but that's not the case with Jenny New bridesmaid dresses.
No, and our velvet, it's a stretch velvet, so it's incredibly comfortable. You have minimal alterations. It stretches and it moves with you and your body and your curves. So, and then we've now offer an array of colors. So, do emeralds, maybe darker colors tend to fit better for fall, winter? Yes. But now, like with the mixing and matching, girls are mixing like light roses with deep rose, like cranberry colors, and it works all season. So I think like being able to mix and match these different tones of color makes it wearable. The color palette is very, very versatile. So we're seeing velvet in the middle of a heat wave, like where brides are sending in their pictures, and I think most important, the brides and bridesmaids feel really, really good in it. They feel attractive in it too.
I really like that as a tip. The reality is a lot of people planning their weddings right now are hoping for a certain date and hoping for the best, right? And it's like, you're going to wear your dress, and those bridesmaids' dresses are going to get worn, but like there might be a little question mark around exactly when. And so I love that idea of like being like, okay, I think I'm having a winter or fall wedding and I want to go with velvet. But right, if you get velvet in like that lighter sage or that like dusty rose, like those could totally be spring, summer colors. I mean, listen, wear black velvet in the summer, like do you, I'm here for it. But if that's something you're like sensitive to, you could totally pair a more typically fall or winter fabric with a lighter color or vice versa, and cover yourself in both scenarios, So
yeah, the lightness of the fabrics. I was backstage, Jenny, at your show last year, and I saw the dresses on models of all shapes and sizes, and it looked so good on every single girl. And just feeling the actual dress, like when you think of velvet, you think it's like thick and kind of
heavy.
Yeah, and it's not the case at all.
I was just going to touch on that. The fabric is very light too, so it doesn't look as, when you think velvet, you think heavy, like bulky, kind of thick fabric, and it's not like that. It's very silky. The interior is very silky. It's feels great on your skin. So yeah.
Jenny, before we move on to the third collection, can you talk a little bit about, and I know Dina's answering some questions on this too, about like timelines. So both for bridal and for bridesmaid, you know, how early in advance do you think people should order them, and you know, in terms of alterations and all that type of stuff?
So our typical lead time that we quote our brides and bridesmaids is 12 weeks is the lead time. So we advise a minimum of 4 months before your wedding date to place bridesmaids orders, minimum. So I think 6 months would be a safe timeline, but you want to anticipate for any kind of, you need to do alterations. So you need to build in alteration timelines. You need to get, I don't know, you might want to accessorize. So give yourself enough time, but I would say 6 months is a good, like, solid, safe timeline to be placing your bridesmaids dress orders. Bridal, I think it should be sooner. I think 6 months is fine. We still have the 12-month lead time, but 6 months is fine. But it gives you, the earlier you can order, the more you can kind of accessorize and play with, see what you look like. You can style the whole head to toe look. But yes, alterations is a big thing that you have to consider in all of this, and you have to go, if you're a bride, you may need multiple rounds of maybe like 2 or 3, possibly 3. Hopefully not 3, but 1 to 2 fittings minimum, or at least 1 or 2 fittings to get the perfect fit. So bring your shoes for your gowns because you want the right height, hemmed, the hemline hem that's appropriate with the shoe that you select. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, we have the winner of our poll for the Bridesmaids collection.
So I just, Dina ran this, and the winner of our poll is Mabel Chan from Palos Verdes, California. Wedding date is October 30th, 2021. Congratulations, Mabel.
Oh, yay!
The winner of the giveaway.
So exciting. Congrats.
So exciting. Congratulations, Mabel. Amazing. Okay, we're going to do one more collection, everybody. So now we're going to do Jenny U collection. So Jenny, we're moving back into bridal, but this is a totally different collection. So tell us a bit about this collection and how it differs from the first one that we saw.
So the Jenny U collection, the fabrications is what makes it, we still have very similar aesthetic. Again, sleek, simple, clean, understated gowns, but the fabrics are a lot more luxurious. The cuts are a little bit more sophisticated. We spend more time on like little details. We've had like corseted boned details, exposed boning in one of our gowns. I think it was called the Audra, which is really beautiful. Maybe we can replay that for everybody to see. But yeah, it's just really, really luxurious, and it's just it's more sophisticated. The styling is a little bit more sophisticated. So, but I love the clean, minimalistic, feel of the collection.
Great. All right, everybody, we're going to roll the video now. I already love that textured lace we just saw.
Yeah, that's a beautiful embroidered lace. This is a square neckline. We made sure we had a square neckline in every collection because that's a hot neckline and trend that we're seeing, and brides and bridesmaids all are loving that shape. This is a beautiful fabric. This is a printed organza. We had an amazing style. Yeah, it's so light and airy. It's not heavy. It feels really effortless, and when it's so light as a feather, literally. And this is the Audra, which is, again, I had talked about. She's a plunging V neckline. She's got the sheer illusion insert. And that's these inserts are great because if you're busty or if you don't, it really just holds you in. And there you see the back exposed boning details. So just like little details like that that make the dress very special. The Elliot is, again, she's one of my favorites. She's got this great seam line that comes from her hip down to the side of her dress, and it really just gives her a great kind of shape and silhouette. That's creates a very elongated look. And cow necklines are really, really hot right now. Scoop necklines, cow necklines. Empire seams this is an empire seam gown that's been very popular as well. And again, here you're seeing like that little detail that makes such an impact.
And the button all the way down. Yeah, Juliet, this looks like you, doesn't it? This looks like a
What is that fabric, Jenny? I love that.
This is silk Model Mikado. I love this fabric because it provides enough structure, but it's soft and still kind of gives it a great drape. And has great low sheen luster. So, and this is that embroidered floral that you mentioned earlier. She has a sheer illusion bodice, and she has this so this gown is available without the handkerchief skirt or just a clean, plain, or circle skirt. So, but I personally love the handkerchief. It gives a lot more dimension and playfulness. Monica here, she has this flutter sleeve, but I'm all about versatility here at Jenny U. So you can remove these flutter sleeves and it becomes a sleeveless neck. And again, here we have little details. We have this like sheer illusion.
Little tiny illusion is so gorgeous. Yeah.
So those little details make a big difference in the overall kind of design.
Haley said, I'm about to go buy McKinley. And Ben said, people are loving the pockets on the Leah dress.
Pockets is a must-have. Lipstick, your cell phone. I mean, these days we can't live without our cell phone. So just have I assume you don't want to have your cell phone on the day of your wedding.
Yeah, so leave that to the bridesmaids.
Yeah. Okay, I'm voting in the poll again. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, but it popped up for me, so I'm doing it. I'll tell you guys who I voted for after when we know the result. Okay, so we're gonna play the video again because it's fun to watch while we're doing Q&A. So, okay, let's see. Is there? Okay, here's a question. If there's a sheer illusion bodice, should you wear nude shapewear under or fitted cups? Or let's talk about undergarments. Let's take a step back. What do you envision with this collection?
Well, if it's a sheer illusion bodice, so what's great is that our gowns have nude cups too. So you can choose your shade of nude cups. So light nude, medium nude, dark nude. So you really don't need a bra unless you need it for support. We've had sometimes alteration specialists can build in and kind of like if you need some type of support, they can actually add it in there for you. But you really don't need any bras unless you need it for support. But yeah.
I always tell people, like, I think that, you know, you have to do what makes you comfortable, but don't buy a dress that you then are like, I can only feel comfortable in this if. And the if is like a very complex thing. Like try to find a gown that from the start you feel great about the shape and and there's so many different skirt shapes and necklines. And like to your point, that square neck, like I love that. That really, you know, if somebody's more not, you know, the plunge doesn't make them comfortable. Like that's such a good neckline. I love it.
And I feel like it allows you to wear a pretty necklace that maybe you wouldn't be able to if it was kind of more of a traditional V-neck.
Yeah, right.
This is a fun question. Hannah's asking, just for fun, how do you come up with the names of all your dresses?
Oh,
that's a labor of love that we, you know, it's a team effort. But we have someone on our team, her name is Chelsea, and she's been kind of taking the lead on that. But you know, I've always named our gowns, and it's a great way to kind of we look at the personality of the dress and we try to like, you know, put a name that fits the style of the dress. So, but it's a fun process. It's collaborative. And yeah, but it really identifies the style that you're looking at with a name. So it's fun.
Here's a fun question that's for this collection and Bridesmaids. Would you ever consider that stretch velvet for a wedding dress?
Ooh.
I like that question.
Yeah, well, we've been in search for like lighter shades of velvet. But that's something that is on our forefront of our minds of seeing if we could get a bridal velvet. So we need to
Love that
sourcing
idea.
for something like that, something with great sheen and drape. But it would be a great way. But in this particular quality, not sure it's going to be the right fabric, but for a bridal gown. But we're still in search of it.
Here's a question. Let's see about. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. Okay. What about, this is back to Bridesmaids, but I think it's a really good question about swatches. Do you guys can people purchase swatches of the bridesmaid dresses to put them together?
Yes, absolutely. If you come into the showroom, we give swatches complimentary. Once you've selected the styles that you're interested in. Bridesmaid swatches are available to order online. And it's a great way for you to like kind of play and mix and match the colors. We have a tool, a tool on our website, but in terms of bridal swatches, yes, you can order them online. I believe you can, don't hold me to that, but you can order bridesmaid swatches online. Bridal swatches, I'm not quite sure, but they are available at the request of when you inquire with your consultant. So we can certainly send that to you. But we have a great tool on our website. It's the styling boards. I don't know if I touched on that earlier, but with you can kind of pick your favorite styles and create little boards. So if you wanted, for instance, in the bridal, if you wanted to do like clean and glam styles, you can put all your favorite clean and glam styles on one board. If you have a kind of romantic, ethereal styles, you can create a board there and kind of like weight it to option and share it with your friends and family. And for bridesmaids, it's a great tool, our style boards. Please go check it out. It's been very popular. It's a great way to kind of merchandise and have a visual of how your styles in the colors that you're looking for, how they all sit together. And so definitely check it out. It's been a great tool for everyone who's just trying to visualize.
Yeah, that's so helpful.
What the bridal party looks like.
Bona is asking, do the Leah and Alina dresses, the wedding gowns that we just saw, have crinoline underneath to give it the volume?
Can you repeat that? I did the sound went out for a second.
Yeah. So this person's asking the Leah and Alina gowns. What fabric is underneath that to give it the volume? She's wondering if it's crinoline underneath.
Oh, it's crinoline. Okay, so Lena does. I don't believe it has crinoline in there, and if it does, it's very very light. You don't. It feels like it's a very lightweight dress. The Leah does have a little bit of crinoline, but you don't see it. It's not this big poofy petticoat that's under your gown. We really work hard to make sure that, especially now, because brides are asking for lightweight dresses, they don't want crinoline. But if a gown does have it, you can easily kind of cut it out, and the dress will be a little bit. You might have the shape kind of settle a little bit more and be a little bit more relaxed, which is kind of what brides are looking for too. So, but we've been very intent and thoughtful in making sure our crinoline, if it needs it, it's soft and lightweight.
Okay, we have the winner of the poll of the most recent collection, and it is, drum roll, McKinley. That was the most popular dress for the collection.
Love
that.
Yeah, McKinley.
So beautiful.
And I love it with the handkerchief. So
yeah, that's so sweet. Okay, so Jenny, we could do this all day and night, but so a couple more things we want to cover, guys. If you had a question that didn't get answered, You can DM Jenny you on Instagram. You can DM us on Instagram. We have an email address, BFF, like Best Forever Friend, at lovestoriestv.com. And you can email us any question, and we will get in touch with Dina if we don't know the answer ourselves, and make sure that we get that answer to you. And don't forget, Jenny, tell everyone one more time where they can purchase the gowns they saw today and when they'll be available.
Okay, so the gowns, the Bridesmaids collection will be available online. I guess the whole collection will be available to view, I want to say around 6 weeks from now. So they're not, but we will have a splash page of kind of a lookbook, just a small lookbook, so you can see what the collection is all about. And then for sale, they'll be available for sale in January. And then we have trunk shows that are happening throughout this upcoming fourth quarter. So look for our trunk show dates so that you can view the dresses in person. I'm so sorry, but if I have a couple more minutes, I'd love to share that we totally missed the topic of little white dress, and
I was just about to
social
the little elves behind the scenes just told us, because the slide wasn't there. The little elves were just like, don't forget we have these 2 other collections that aren't in video, they're in slides.
Like when you're watching like an infomercial, it's like, but wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, there's more.
There's a lot more. So tell us about the little white dress collection.
Yeah, well, in response to the whole COVID, quarantine, COVID-19, girls are kind of changing. The brides are changing their plans, or shifting their plans a little bit. They're still having their weddings, and we're seeing elope now, where reception later, and also we're also seeing more and more brides do courthouse weddings or backyard weddings. So we wanted to kind of address that need, and so we have a curated collection of white dresses in white. Some of these are gowns in white that are more just simple. They're a little bit not very big and voluminous. And we've got some midi styles. So they're really effortless and sweet at a great price point. They range anywhere from $300 to $650. So up here, yeah, these are really great. And not even just for a reception, or it's for any kind of event. So
I love the cat. Go back to that slide, little slide elf. I'm obsessed with that dress.
Is that a tie?
Yeah, it's a tie.
Love that.
So you can kind of adjust where you want, how you want it, or you can kind of tie it in the back. So if you want a clean strap look, you can tie it in the back, and then it gives a really nice detail, a tied detail in the back. But yeah, Abby's has been really popular too. One shoulder has been really, really strong. So, and Kiernan is our newest offering that we just launched, and it's been well received.
I love you can see the boning. I just think that's so modern and cool. It's very cool.
These could be, a wedding, a bachelorette, a shower, your after party, and all of it. I love Silvana. I love that cowl neck you mentioned, that there's a lot of those.
I love the cowl neck.
Me too. And these are also on jennyu.com, and
these are available online. They're to order online right now. They're available online.
Amazing. Love it.
Also, I believe the little elves, they just know what I'm about to say. The Wear It Anywhere collection. So tell us about this. These are obviously not wedding dresses, but you do more than wedding dresses and bridesmaids dresses. So tell us about that.
Yeah, well, so last season we launched a new kind of assortment of curated collection of social styles that we were calling them Wear Anywhere. And it's for the bride it's not even for the bride, it could be for the bride, the bridesmaid, a social event, or after party, guest of wedding. But these are just cool dresses that you just want to wear. And they're midi lengths. It's really on point with the trends that are happening right now. But yeah, it's a great kind of offering that we're now kind of branching out to give our.
I want all of them.
Congratulations, Jenny. These are beautiful.
Great for Zoom meetings too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm trying to figure out. You can totally wear some of these to the office and be
100%.
ultra fabulous and fashionable.
100%.
But I love this one. Sonia is really great. I love the print. This is available in 2 colorways. The roomie's been well received. All of these have been really, really popular. So,
and what's the price range on these?
they range anywhere from like $230 to $350 on average. So it's a great price point.
Yeah.
Oh, that Benson. That is a sexy dress. I like that.
And sleeves are really popular on, trending right now. So we're seeing a lot of sleeved bridal gowns, bridesmaids dresses. And you'll see more of it.
Oh my gosh, I want everything that.
I like the Anna too. I love that print.
Stunning.
Amazing. Okay. Do we have questions coming in? Let's see. Do we have any new questions? Dina's answering our questions. I think I just saw someone say, thanks, Dina, for answering my question. What I was starting to say before is still true, which is if there is anything that we didn't get to answer for you, you can DM Love Stories TV or Jenny Yu on Instagram or email BFF and we will get in touch with Dina directly or Jenny when she's live. Should we say congrats again to the giveaway winner?
Yes, congrats, Mabel.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mabel. We can't wait to see you choose.
Yeah.
And Jenny, anything else that you want to close out with? Any other secret collections that are there?
No, but just check out our website. Everything is, we've got a lot of shoppable items and we've extended our offerings from bridesmaids, bridal collections, reception wear, social, flower girls, accessories. So it's all on there. And then we've got store listings where you can find our dress at your city. So check that out, and our Instagram and all our social channels. So
amazing.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for doing this with us. We had so much fun. Oh wait, we're getting one more message. Do you want to talk a little bit, Jenny, about international?
Yes. Oh, so really excited. So we've been getting a lot of international requests. So I'm so excited that we're now going to be able to ship internationally to all international countries, no exclusion. So we've been, it's been something that we've been working on for quite a while, and we now have solutions to be able to offer that to everyone.
That's great, which is good because I definitely saw some people. I saw Puerto Rico, I saw Toronto.
We have some global people always at our events, so this is great news.
Yeah, and flat rate shipping, so it makes it easy.
Amazing, that's amazing.
What a fun way to spend a Thursday afternoon.
I know.
Thank you so much, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us and having me.
Yay.
Yay.
And go shop.